Some of the segments of this program are dangerous if attempted by non-professionals. Do not try to do them yourself.
Yeah, sure. Public television, real artistic, real artsy, craftsy stuff, edifying the public, right? Yeah, that's what we thought. I don't think so. See, Teller and I are a couple of sensationalist circus schlock hacks. We were asked to do a special for public television. We were real excited. We said we're going to rise to the occasion. We're going to do some real art stuff, right? So it was great. I was going to open with a poetry reading, and Teller, who doesn't speak in the show, was going to do a mime piece called The Birth of a Baby Dove in the Ghetto. It's beautiful stuff, really nice, pretty, very carefully done stuff. And they said, no, these are the people at public TV, right? They say, no, that stuff's too boring. And if we want to do a show, we have to open with something more exciting. More exciting. The people that do masterpiece theater in the evening of the symphony want us to be more exciting. So we've compromised. We have here a straitjacket. I'd like you to stand up, please, in time for this straitjacket. There's 4 buckles right across the back. Patty Kunkel is the producer of this show. We came to her with this beautiful, beautiful script with a poetry reading at the beginning, and she said, no, it wouldn't hold their attention. I'm saying, this is what they do Mr. Rogers on this network. They don't have to hold attention. And she says, no, we got to do something else. Just get all the buckles there. We got to do something else. And Cordelia Stone, she's our director. She said she wanted something a little bit more exciting. That's where they put it. They don't put it cheap. Put it through the loop over there, and then pull these 2 arms together, okay? The more you can hurt them, the more pledged dollars you'll get for public TV, okay? Tighten up real good, okay? Really good, okay? You just let me help you here. Just really tug. There you go. Just put that in there. Right over here. I couldn't believe it. See, we watched Masterpiece Theater. We start Night of the Symphony. Let me do this one, Teller, because a dog shouldn't have to. Yeah, get this one right out of the way. We watched these things. We thought the kind of stuff they wanted was like poetry reading, and they said no. They wanted something a little bit more razzle-dazzle and exciting, so we came up with this. And it is, watch it, Teller, it is a bit of a compromise. Is that okay? And I just want you to know that all this stuff, the gravity boots, the whole rigging, the pulleys, the thing coming across to my chair, that's public TV's idea. That's not mine. I am going to open with a poetry reading, but see, public TV, when they think of magic, they think of some greasy guy in a tux with a lot of birds, or some aging hippie shoving women into boxes, and they don't seem to understand that there are other kinds of magic. I'm referring, of course, to the magic of poetry, and indeed all the fine arts. And we are going to open our show with a poetry reading, and I think that even though you might have been expecting something a bit more sensational, that I read this poem well enough that you will hang on my every word, and when I jump from the seat I'm seated in to take my final bow, I am sure you'll be suitably impressed. Ernest Lawrence Thayer. Not a very famous name, but that man wrote perhaps the most famous American poem. He was a journalist in San Francisco, and this poem first appeared in the San Francisco Examiner Sunday morning, June 3rd, 1888. The poem is entitled Casey at the Bat. It is subtitled A Ballad of the Republic, sung in the year 1888. And I shall be reading Casey at the Bat for you this evening in exactly 2 minutes and 16 seconds, after which I will jump to my feet and take my final bow. Casey at the Bat. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2 with but 1 inning left to play. So when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to that hope which springs eternal in the human breast. For they thought if only Casey could get a whack at that, they'd put even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake. The former was a Lulu, and the latter was a cake. So on that stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off that ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy, safe at second. Old Flynn was hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats or more, there rose a lusty yell. It rumbled in the valley, it rattled in the dell, it knocked upon the mountain and then recoiled across the flat. For Casey Mighty Casey was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt it was Casey at the bat. 1,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 4,000 tongues applauded when he wiped him on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance gleamed in Casey's eye, a sneer to Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere comes hurtling through the air, and Casey stood there watching it in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball in heated sped. Ain't my style, said Casey. Struck one, the umpire said. For the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar like a beating in a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone in the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him. And not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's vision shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He made the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the spheroid flow. But Casey still ignored it, and the umpire said, strike two. Frog on the 1,000, the eagle is ball. Still looked Casey, the audience was off. So he should have goes almost straight. Knew the Casey went on the ball by again. Here's going to get lifted in 8 pounds. This girl behind the battle of play. Now patrols ball, let us go. Now the air shot above first game low. So the zero lands 135 minutes. Somewhere some hearts light. Some middle eye, some to shout. In the drawing of the mighty Casey has struck out.
Live from the heart of Hollywood, the show business capital of the world, it's Penn and Teller.
Go public?
Thank you. I'm so glad. Hey, I'm so glad we got some poetry lovers here. We are Penn and Teller. We are a couple of very eccentric guys who have learned how to do a few cool things. Now, the first thing we like to do for you is a card trick. And card tricks, as far as I can see, do have a problem because card tricks are, it seems to me, intrinsically very wimpy. Now, Teller's come up with a card trick that he claims is not wimpy, and he's going to do that for you now. Now, please keep in mind that he does stay silent in the show, so as he goes in, just kind of take his directions in kind of a meme way. Sorry. What was the... Was that okay, sir? Did you?
Fine.
Did you reach in and actually pick one out?
I have one, yeah.
Yeah, I thought... Cordelia?
Yeah.
It looked to me on that take like the guy knew that he was having a card forced on him.
And the trick is going just fine. Just keep going, please.
Okay, I just that you were actually forced a card. Did that look fishy to you at all?
No.
Did it look like you? See, because it looked to me. I don't know what camera got.
It was forced. Yeah.
It was forced on you.
Well, yeah, I wasn't.
Yes. It wasn't a free selection. See, let's just take. We'll just match. What's it, an ace? What are you forcing an ace for? We'll just stop. We'll just match this later and cut this out. Actually, I want to point something out. Now, this you weren't going to say anything about the force, were you? No, yeah, see, that's not because this guy is stupid. It's because you're saying these poor guys is their first special. You know, why should I spill the beans on the force, you know? You're saying this is really not a time for morality. I mean, they're not killing children after all, right? So actually do be more of a jerk and just really pick one out that I don't want you to take.
Okay.
That's good. Much more of a jerk. Great. Now, we're going to turn your back, and we don't look at the monitor or anything. Would you show that card to the camera and to the people, please? And when you're all done showing, you just cover it up, and keep in mind that on television, time expands, so snap it up. Okay? You all set?
Okay.
Okay, now go right back here, and we'll just go on with that. I'm sorry about that, Teller and Cordelia, but No, see this camera, the red light, Teller? That camera is on, and they just saw your pass. I don't know if you people here saw it. Did you see it? Yeah, you saw it. It was right into this camera. He actually already put the card back on top. And the way he did that, excuse me, Teller, take that card back. That is your card, isn't it, right on top? See, what he did was he cut the deck like that. You put the card back in, put it back in, and he put the card back like that. Now, that looks okay, but if you were looking, excuse me here, if you were looking, can I just get, see that? He's got his little finger right in there, and it still looks normal from that angle. Little finger's right in there. It's called the break. And then when he turned toward the camera, and you saw it, right, my man? You were watching. He did this right here, and he brought the card right to the top. See, Teller? And they saw that right in the camera. What you want to do is you want to cut the card into the deck and then give him a little shuffle, okay? Does that look about right to you? Now, you got to use your head, man. You know that no matter how nice I am to you, this here's my partner, and if he wants that card on top, we're going to put that card on top, okay? So I'd like you to actually take the deck yourself. Would you do that? Yeah. And actually maybe look at him face up, anything you want, and actually lose the card in the deck, okay? Just whatever you need to do. I pawned the card out of the deck. I'm showing off. There's cameras on. We haven't done television much. Actually, do take the card back, lose it in the deck. I'm clean. Just don't hurt the crimp. It's okay, Teller. Without a force, man, we're covered. Look at this. Put it right in the middle. This is going to blow them away at home. It's going to be great, okay? Then just give it back to me. You want to shuffle them first? Or? Okay, okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. Now, we're not going to have any cuts or any edits. We're just going to go cool right from here. Okay, so I'm just going to go right up there. You with me, camera? Good. Cameraman's right with me here. There's no edits or nothing here. This is the same deck you handled, right? We didn't mess with it at all. Okay, Teller, go ahead. A little directorial note here, Teller. If you're trying to look real butch with a buck knife, you shouldn't be so prissy when you lay them out. Good. Yeah, that's well done. Good. Why don't you pick those up and we'll go. Now, what is the hook on this, Teller? You just look down at the cards and you see the one you want and slam that. It seems like that's awfully easy to... Good. Teller's putting a blindfold on, I would bet. Now, the thing about magicians in blindfolds, those blindfolds hang right off their nose like that, and they can see 2 or 3 feet in front of them with it. Good. Takes a hint. Let me just move these out of the way so you don't know where to... There we go. Just mess them around nicely. Go ahead. Knock them dead. Pick it up. Boom. You got it. You got it. Pick it up. Is that your card? Yeah! That's fine. We'll just do an edit. Just keep going. We'll just match up and do an edit. Let me chuck this in for you so it matches the last shot. Good. Let me just move this around a little bit, and then we'll take it from me, just moving the cards around. Okay, go ahead. And pick it up. Is that your card? The 7 of clubs, sir?
No.
Oh, that's fine. We can just keep going. We'll match it from right here, okay? Is that your card, sir? The 8 of diamonds. Is that your card? Yeah, this is the kind of stuff Teller and I stand for. You see, you take a standard piece of wimpy magic and you add just a little bit of class and you can get this kind of trick right here. Sir, you were such a good sport that, geez, I'd like you to have this, okay? Thanks enough, bud. Looks simple, doesn't it? A man lighting a cigarette. But when that man is my partner Teller, the greatest living sleight of hand artist in the world today, even the simplest activity may be accomplished by virtuosic dexterity. Weren't there a few things you took for granted when watching that? Let's see it again. Teller, did he really throw the cigarette down? Is he really crushing it out? Are both his hands really empty? Does he really need to clear his throat? Is he really reaching for a real pack of cigarettes? Is he really pulling that cigarette out of the pack? Is he really crumpling the pack? Is he really transferring it from one hand to the other? And is he really throwing it down? Is he now really looking for a lighter? Is he really finding a real lighter? Is he really bringing it up to his mouth? Is he really lighting that cigarette? And is that the same cigarette lit that he had unlit just a moment ago? I don't think so. Let's watch that again. Come with me, Teller. All magic can be broken down into 7 basic moves. The palm. The unlit cigarette and the pencil are palmed. Switch. The lit cigarette is switched for the pencil. Simulation. Teller simulates putting out a cigarette by stepping on a pencil. Misdirection. Teller clears his throat to misdirect from the hiding of the cigarette. Load. Teller loads the cigarette behind the simulated cigarette case. Steal. Teller steals the lit cigarette from its hiding place. Ditch. The unlit cigarette is ditched in Teller's coat pocket. Now let's see how Teller used those 7 sleights to create the illusion of reality. There's our palm, our switch, our simulation, our steal, misdirection, our ditch, simulation, another load, more simulation, a palm and simulation together, called professionally the French drop, a steal, a ditch, the simulation of a pen light flashlight for a lighter, the final ditch, and of course, misdirection. So the next time you watch a magician, don't take anything for granted. Looks simple, doesn't it? Want to learn to do a real magic trick in your home? Just have your video cassette recorder, a blank videotape, and a deck of cards ready, and keep watching. Yeah, Howard, just keep the camera on for a second. I want to set this up. Let me just get this mic on. Cordelia, I want to talk to you. I want a little bit of this. I really love working with public television. I mean, you guys are great, and I just got a few suggestions. You know, an outsider comes in, they see some things. And you guys are good, but you go on like every 2 months, and you go on with your banks of phones, and you beg, and you bully people, and you solicit funds, and you get all that money sent in. And now we've only been working like 4 hours. It's 2:32 in the afternoon, and you tell me we've got to break for lunch for a full hour and a half and buy lunch for 7 people that are working on the crew. And I'm just thinking, the people that call up and pledge money, they pledge money, they want to help Mr. Roger build a bigger neighborhood, maybe. They don't want to buy spiced apple yogurt for Patty Kunkel. So I got an idea, I got a solution. It's better to build up than to just tear down. I'm going to go in here, the manager's in here, his name is Joe Lonsberry. He's going to talk to him. Don't get him in the shot, Howard, we don't have to pay him. All right, Joe, no, don't get up. No, get up, I can talk to you here. Nice produce you have here, Joe. Great produce. Now, we're going to go, I'm with public television. My name is Penn, Penn, yeah. And we're with public television. You kids love Sesame Street, right? You ever watch the symphony stuff? Me neither, but it's important it's on. It's really important that stuff's on TV. You mind if we use your supermarket for like 5 minutes? Just going to do a little bit there. We'll just film it, then we'll be out of here, okay? We'll put your name at the bottom, Joe. They'll think you're an oil company. It'll be great. Just going to be right out here, Joe. Yeah, you can come out and check. Just don't get in the shot. See? I'm just going to take a few apples, Joe, very carefully. See, I'm a juggler. This is for you, Joe. Yeah, okay, you just go right back in your office. I'm a pear, huh? Look at it. Good pear. Salad! Radishes, my man. Radishes, celery, juggle it. Hey, Joe, I can do 4. Huh? Balance, everything's great. These fruit rolls will keep. Let's go. Hey, Joe, these keep pretty well? Man, put it in my boot. This will be great. Howard, I'll give you a few of these. Have a few right now. Here you go, Cal. Have some. Let's go for you, too. Have you eat something here. Want tomato here? There you go. Try that again. Good. One more time, Kelly. Take it nice steak here. Good. One more time. Have some parsley, too. Want some parsley? Good. Have an avocado. These are expensive. Keep one of those. Have another couple one of these. Pinto beans, Howard. Have some. Hey, we're not animals. We got forks. We got spoons. We got plates. Cordelia, have some plates. Hey, these are pricey. Take some of these. Dessert time. Both plain and peanut. Okay, come on, guys. we thank Joe. Hey, Joe, thanks a lot, my man. Public TV, you make the difference. Hey, let's get out of here. Come on, guys. Excuse me, guys. Come on, let's get out of here. Hey, we're just going to go through here. It's okay. We're public TV. We're all public. Everybody here is public TV. It's on public TV. Come on, Tyler. All right. You make the difference. Come on, Tyler. Magic is fake. Sideshow skills are real. When you have a fire eater or a sword swallower, what it looks like they're doing, they're really doing. When you eat fire, you really do get burned. And more important than that, you really do swallow the fuel and it makes you a little sick. When you swallow a sword, you really do gag and you really do choke because you're sticking metal right down your throat. I tell you this because when you're watching a sideshow performer, you shouldn't think about how we're doing this. You should think about why. I can't swallow swords yet, but I learned to eat fire.
He's very good, yeah.
So you're going to put a...
I'll even applaud you, by golly.
You're going to put a sword down for us?
Well, let's see you do it first.
I would like it to be a little warmer.
I wonder why you did that.
I know, you like them cold.
Really?
So, yeah. I like them a little
That is
warm.
not sword swallowing, wiping your blade off. That's just habit. I used to use Listerine.
Yeah.
What's the use? Your dirtiest part of your body is from your mouth to your stomach, so...
Public TV proudly presents Entering the Dirtiest Part of the Body.
Right. Watch it. He just jabbed it.
I was going to be cool, man. Just go boom, right down.
Yeah, right on down. Don't stop halfway down where you usually do. Push it down. God, he makes horrible noises. Now push it. You stop. You're gagging. Is this used for anything?
I think you might really
Hold the
trash it
table.
if you... Okay.
We'll move your blade.
Okay.
Yeah. It sure folds up.
You like that, Dick?
That ruined your table.
Yeah, that's okay, yeah.
Nothing to it. Now, why don't you do that?
Nothing to it at all.
You're still gagging.
I'm still
Good
gagging.
God.
Yeah. You started when you were 18, sword swallowing?
About 18, yeah. Well, I learned fire first. Seems
Fire
like
first?
whenever you get a job, if you don't know nothing and they need one, they'll teach you how to eat fire. Which I was real scared. Like in was in Oakland, I went into a show wanting a job. I said, well, what can you do? I don't know. What do you want me to do? Oh, want to be a fire eater? And I said, what? You're crazy, you know?
Did they teach you the whole
What to do.
routine and what to
Yeah,
say and
yeah.
stuff too? Was that all?
Oh, no, you
made it up?
Yeah, like sword swallowing. It's repetitious. I mean, you just...
How many shows you do a day when you're on a carny?
12 to 12, 12 shows. No, 24 shows, putting 5 blades down every show. So you can imagine up and down every show.
And you do the fire eating and the sword swallowing on the same show?
Yeah. One year, a couple years ago on the show, in Chicago, this girl came on the show, wanted to be more than just a ballet girl. Mm-hmm. And she said, well, teach me how to swallow swords. I just like I tell you what to do, how to stand in a week. Doesn't that make you feel bad?
You're all out to humiliate.
Yeah, I am.
In a week.
In a week.
With no coughing or nothing disgusting.
Oh, well, she practiced day and night, but she got them down. In a week, she was good. Every one of them. And knew what I said. She said the same thing, did the same blades. Very good. See, she's very good, and she's just like me. I'm very good. No, I've been told. I'm not bragging.
I think I've never seen anybody do sword swallowing smoother. Everybody else does a lot of hoo-ha
Yeah.
before that and a lot of... You know, the hippie sword swallowers who learned it holistically, you know,
Yeah.
through the whole, you got to wear earth shoes to do it.
And you can sit down and swallow the blade.
I know. I
mean, just
if I could swallow one standing up, I bet I could swallow
Oh,
one
I bet you
standing
could swallow one sitting down.
down. Easier?
Oh, I don't know. You're sitting straighter anyway. You don't stand too straight. You're bending your back way back there. I mean,
Talking to us, what do you do, chiropractic?
no, but you want to know how to swallow swords?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm telling you how to swallow
Straighten
swords.
up the back. I'm going to try one more.
All right. All the way down.
One more.
Okay, now do what I do.
Are we doing it sitting down or
Stand
standing
up.
up?
Stand up. Oh, stand up, yeah.
Okay.
Follow your tongue right on around and down. Just push it. When you start oh God, you bend all over the place. You're supposed to be standing straight. Doesn't he do great things?
Bet the audio guy loves this, huh?
I bet. Right into the mic. Oh, let's talk about it. What do you want to talk
Want to
about?
put one down while I'm recovering?
Huh?
Want to put one down while I'm recovering?
Recover? What'd you do?
Now it's time for a trick that you can do at home. Can we have you come up here, please? For a moment, we want to show something to you. This is the trick that you should have your video cassette recorders and a blank video cassette ready for. You don't have to really have a blank video cassette. You can use Masterpiece Theater. You're never going to watch that again anyways. Hello, I'm going to show you a trick, and I'm going to actually do it for you, and then I'm going to show you how it's done and kind of teach it to you to teach the people at home that, okay? Would you name a number between 5 and 10, please?
7.
7, okay? I want you to count off 7 cards like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at the 7th card and remember that. Would you wait till my back is turned and then do that, please? Just count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at the 7th card. Just turn it over right where it is so they can see it. Good. And now memorize that. Make sure you don't forget it. And then just stick it back into the middle of the deck so it's completely lost there. Okay, you're going to remember your card now, aren't you? Okay, put the other card back on top and get it all set. Good. Now, wouldn't you be impressed if that card bounced miraculously right to the top of the deck?
Yes.
Watch this. And there's your card right there, the 4 of diamonds. Is that your card?
No.
It wasn't the 4 of diamonds?
No.
Well, I guess before we teach it to people at home, we should learn it ourselves. Let me just talk to Teller for a moment. Now, the 3 of clubs is on his back. Now, obviously, to have prepared that, he doesn't have 52 cards on his back, so we had to know which card you were going to pick in advance. So we had to do a card force, and that's what we're going to teach you, because that's the first part of the trick that you'll have to learn. Let me just find the 3 of clubs here. Now, the 3 of clubs, the card that we want you to pick, starts out on the top of the deck. You should have that 3 of clubs right there on the top. And I asked you to count down. I asked you to name a number between 5 and 10, and you said... Then as if you didn't know, I showed you how to count down the 7 cards, right? Yes. Now, the first card there is the 3 of clubs. 1, 2, 3, 4. All I'm doing is reversing the order. 5, 6, 7. I told you to look at that card and remember it. Then I put the cards right back on top of the deck, okay? Now, I told you to remember that card, so I just put it right back down like that, and the cards are all prepared for you to do it. Now, I said you do it yourself. I turned my back, and you counted down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You looked at the card, which we all know now is the 3 of clubs. Now, I did a very important thing here. I told you to remember your card. I made sure you memorized the card. Then I had you put it back in the deck. Okay? I turned around. And then I asked you if I could make your card bounce back to the top of the deck. You, of course, would be impressed. And then I tried to find it like this. And I failed. Said, was that your card, the 4 of diamonds? You said no. I went, oh, geez. And then we had the big Then we had the big finish where we turned around and we revealed the three of clubs in a surprising way. Now that is called a card force, and now that you know how to do that, we're going to teach you how to do the same force to force someone to pick the three of clubs, but to use a different, more exciting ending using a videotape recorder. You can sit down now. Thanks an awful lot. And we will show you. We will show you how this will look when you do it at home. I will be playing the part of you. Teller will be playing the part of your friend. And this will be what it'll look like in your home. Okay? The three of clubs is on top of the deck, and I think my friend is about to arrive. Come on in, my friend. Greet your friend. Hello, my friend. How are you? Make sure they haven't seen this show. Did you enjoy the Penn and Teller special? Who? Good. Now show them the card trick. You want to see a card trick? Good. Name a number between 5 and 10. 6. Now what I'd like you to do, the three of clubs is on top. What I'd like you to do is count down 6 cards like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that card and remember it. The three of clubs is now 6 down in the deck. Okay? Wait till my back is turned and count down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that card and remember it. You make sure they remember the card. If they forget it, you're sunk. Okay, now lose the card in the deck. Would you please do that for me, my friend? Okay, all set? Now we set up the phony trick. Would you be amazed if that card popped right to the top of the deck? I guess so. Watch. Is that your card, the Queen of Diamonds? I'm disappointed. Oh, well, I guess I must have followed the directions wrong. I don't know. Well, suggest something else. I've got an idea, my friend. Let's do something else fun. Let's watch public television. I actually pick up the remote control to my video cassette recorder and get ready to turn on the cassette, pretending to just be watching TV. He thinks I'm turning on the TV, but I'm really playing this tape. You all set, my friend?
6 city fire units and 2 ambulances responded to the blast and reported that the internal sprinkler system had extinguished the blaze. The fire chief and 2 of his men... This just handed to me. Is that your card?
All you need now is that piece of videotape. Now, you have to have this at home, and you have to have it ready. So have a blank cassette, or like I said, you could use Nicholas Nicklesby or Masterpiece Theater. Get it all set, put it in your machine, hit the pause control. We're going to broadcast me as the newscaster showing the three of clubs in about 5 seconds. All set? Finger on the pause control. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
6 city fire units and 2 ambulances responded to the blast and reported that the internal sprinkler system had extinguished the blaze. The fire chief and 2 of his men... This just handed to me. Is that your card? There'll be a meeting held in the city to discuss the commuter traffic problem.
Now save that cassette, put the three of clubs on top of a deck, and you can do this trick for your friends, and maybe they'll like you.
This is the first special that we've done for television, and there's a question that needs to be addressed. That is the question of camera tricks. Our more famous colleagues, Doug Henning, David Copperfield, and Harry Blackstone Jr., to name but a few, have built a reputation, and you know and trust that their shows are accomplished by their craft, magic, sleight of hand, knowledge of visual perceptions and illusions. We, however, have not built up that credibility. We are relatively unknown. So I'd like to give you my word that everything you are seeing in this special is accomplished by organic skill, with no camera tricks, chroma key, edits, or special camera angles. We are members of the magic fraternity. We are not special effects men. Teller, the Bibles. I, Penn, speaking for Penn and Teller, swear that no video or camera tricks will be used by us or anyone in our name in this or any other television show. There's a piece of videotape I'd like you to see. Cordelia, could you run that?
We're at my mother's grave now. Mom, I swear to you, we will not use any camera tricks in our TV special.
Thank you. Teller?